It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
A bit of a chill in the air, and temps supposed to drop about 10 more degrees, but otherwise a great night for football here in Uptown Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led by their 5'11" quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
This is a guy who truly believed in himself coming out of Temple. He bounced on and off practice squads for 3 years without an opportunity. And his big break, it came in another league. The unofficial MVP of the revived XFL led his team to an undefeated record with 15 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions in a shortened season before the league folded. A little bit on the small side, but he showed in his journey outside the NFL, he has what it takes to lead a team.
Walker going right to the air, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals, but it wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both looking for an uptick here in 2022. Throwing again, Walker on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Walker. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Walker, throw left side, complete. That's Hubbard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, he comes back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Play action now. Walker. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Walker, connection made with Chenault. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Lorenzo Carter coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now Walker. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. P.J. Walker, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the 2nd quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Mariota. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route will rank near the top. And on that one, they almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
Mariota, Kadero Hodge has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That 3rd down conversion, good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Mariota now from the 50. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll throw again. Mariota to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, man. Let's do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Mariota setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mariota. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On 1st and 10, Walker. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
What's the deal, y'all? That's what it is.
2nd down and 3. Throwing, Mariota. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
1st down, and they'll start with Algier. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Algier now up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, Mariota is off, and on comes Atlanta's Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And Walker now to throw on first down. He gets it to Thomas. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Walker now. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Walker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A first down throw for Walker. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Walker. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. To throw, Mariota. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing line.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Mariota. And complete to Drake London. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 2nd, here's Algier. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Algier will try to pick it up. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.